Satsang, September 11th, 2022. In Radha Kunda, many great devotees have come here to hear some Hari Katha. And so if anyone has any questions, you can ask your questions. Try to answer. Shiva and Bola.
Maharaj, in the Radha Kunda, first book, third chapter, in which Maharaj approaches Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva, there Narad Muni is mentioning about Lord Shiva and Mother Durga, that by the mercy of Hari, you got the power to liberate, you got the power to give liberation. So what kind of liberation will it provide?
Question is that Krishna gave Shiva the power to give liberation. What kind of liberation does he give? Generally, he gives liberation to Brahmasayuja Mukti or Paramatma yogis. They go to Vaikuntha in the material world, and live in the Vaikuntha material world, worshipping Paramatma. Because the verse is there in the Bhagavatam, first canto, Vedanti tat tat vidasya tachkaramadrim, Paramatmati Bhagavanti Shavite. All these three are equal levels of realization. They're all eternal, as Jiva Goswami says. Bhagavan realization is eternal, Brahman realization is eternal, Paramatma realization is eternal. So the Gyanis and Yogis, if they're not offenders to Krishna, they can go to Vaikuntha in the material, Mahavaikuntha in the material world, and live there eternally with Vishnu, Paramatma realized. Or they can, or they can merge into the effulgence, Brahmajyoti of Krishna, eternally. It's like happiness of deep sleep, Jiva Goswami says. It's eternal, they don't come out from there. So Shiva has the power for that. But to give swarup to demons, that Krishna kills, Shiva doesn't have that power. Only Krishna has the power. Putana, he gave her Datri Swarup. He became a nurse of Yashoda, assistant of Yashoda. He gave her praying, he gave her Braja praying, Vatsaya Rati at the time of death, and gave her Siddhanta at the time of death. Shiva can't do that.
So Maharaj, if Lord Shiva can give Sayuj Mukti, so after, there is a saying that when you get Sayuj Mukti, there is no service over there. So eventually you fall down again to this material.
No, there's, even that service, it's not, that's incorrect. Brahmasayuja Mukti, Brahman is eternal liberation. This Jiva Goswami says. If someone is an offender of Krishna, because Mukti is not possible, Nitya Mukti, permanent, 5 kinds of Mukti are not possible with a touch of bhakti, the blessings of Krishna. Directly or indirectly through Shiva, who got the mercy to give Mukti by Krishna. So if someone is an offender of that same Krishna, he'll temporarily reside in a Jyoti, but he will be eternal. He'll come down. That's what they call it, the offenders. But there are many Gyanis and are offenders. They worship murtis of Krishna to help their meditation. They accept that Krishna, the form of Krishna, is a transformation, is a vikara of Brahman, and he's real, but we're not interested in the form, we're interested in the formless. They're not offenders. They don't speak in an offensive way. They accept that Krishna has a form, but they're not interested. But if someone has a form, then there has to be some seva. If someone's living with you, they'll end up having to do something. They can't just merge into the corner of the room, Mukti Pradata. Krishna is called Mukunda. He gives mukti. His smile is beautiful like Kunda flowers. Kunda flowers blossom in the winter in Vrindavan and Braj. They're shaped like teeth. They're kind of like shaped like teeth. They look like the petal, the white petal shaped like a tooth. So it's called Kunda flower. Radharani, one word to glorify Radharani is Kunda Danti. Dant means teeth, like Vajradanti toothpaste. Vajra means thunderbolt, and your teeth will be as strong as thunderbolts. You can throw your teeth in mountains and break mountains with your thunderbolt teeth. You can bite mountains. Go to Maharaj and chop them up with your mouth. So this is Vajradanti. Kunda Danti means her teeth are like Kunda flowers, pearly white and very perfectly shaped. Kunda Danti Radharani. So we went from Brahma Sriyuja to Kunda Danti. That's a quantum leap from Brahma Sriyuja to Kunda Danti Radharani. Like we say, Italians, they conquered the world, and they said all roads lead to Rome. And Julius Caesar was in charge of the world. He once conquered the world. All roads, so for us, all roads lead to Radharani. The road sign says Radha Kunda, it doesn't say Shamakund. 3 kilometers to Radha Kunda, 4 kilometers to Radha Kunda, it doesn't say Shamakund. What's Shamakund? I don't know Shamakund. It's like they used to celebrate Diwali here in Radha Kunda. They used to put lights all around Radha Kunda, not one light in Shamakund. I've seen Diwali in Radha Kunda since 1977. That's a long time. And it wasn't, for years they would light up Radha Kunda and never put one ghee lamp in Shamakund. And some people got some PRs and they started putting lights in Shamakund too. So nowadays you see pictures of Diwali at Radha Kunda. Shamakund's lit up and Radha Kunda's lit up. No one looks over there. It just goes on internet photos. Everybody just sees Radha Kunda. I'm bathing Radha Kunda, I'm worshiping Radha Kunda, everything Radha Kunda, Radha Kunda. You say I live in Radha Kunda, I don't say I live in Shamakund. Raghunath Das Goswami and Rupa Goswami did bhajan on the banks of Shamakund. They never wrote about Shamakund, they only wrote about Ramakund. Radha Kundastakam. There's a Shamakundastakam about it. I don't know who it's by. Maybe Raghunath Das. I don't know. If anything is Krishnadas Kaviraj. Can't remember. There is a Shamakundastakam. Anyway, so that was whatever that was. Now, what's the next question here? Next question. Yes, sir.
There are 2 ways of doing bhajan, like I found out in the past. Like I was following a teacher. Also, Prabhupada, he emphasized to just listen to the holy name. Now I heard another type of method. It's like remembering the past times while chanting the holy name.
That's also nice.
I was
So what do you want to do?
Yeah, well, why is it both methods?
Both are very good. Dal is very good, rice is also good. Everything is good. Krishna's Om Purnamadam Purnamidam. Everything's perfect about Krishna. Chant silently is perfect. Chant loud is perfect. Chant whispering is perfect. Everything in Siddhanta, Gaudiya Siddhanta, you should always use this rule of thumb. Achintya Beta Beta Tattva. It's simultaneously one and different. Yes, you should chant silently in your mind and meditate on Leela. That's true. Yes, you should chant loudly and just hear all your name. Yes, that's true. So which truth do you want to, which truth appeals to your consciousness, to your heart? There's many truths are not one, truth is manyfold. Krishna is Anantarupam, not one Rupa, it's Anantarupam. Krishna is not one name, Anantanamam. Krishna is not one Dhamma, it's Anantadhamam. There's no Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a big place. What part of Vrindavan? There's 12 forests of Vrindavan. And then there's Upavans, 132 Upavans. So it's nothing's one except Brahman. As soon as you get out of Brahman, it's many. Everything is many. Eko Bahu Sham. From one comes many. Eko Bahu Sham. Sham is one, and one he's also many. Krishna says, everything's in me and I'm outside everything. What? You're inside, everything's inside you and you're outside everything. Our brain short fuse blows 200 voltage. It surpasses our causal thinking. We live in a causal reality, but there is no cause. Anadi avidya. We're living in beginningless ignorance. We're eternally ignorant. Blissful. Ignorance is bliss, they say. Ignorance is bliss, where it's folly to be wise. Tasi man jyotirgama. Atata brahma jignasa. Inquire about Brahman and inquire about the absolute truth. So we can make inquiry and understand the plurality of the absolute truth. Shiva's God, no Ram's God. No Ram's God and Shiva's also God. What's the problem? We don't have any problem. The Western people have a problem, Indian people don't have any problem. One person from Germany, not from Germany, where were they from? I don't know, somewhere. Netherlands, who waited us, his mother. She visited India, and she said, I think there's many gods in India as there are Indian people. She's from Netherlands, Dutch person. She said, I visited India on a tour. She's a nice lady, educated lady. She says, everywhere there's a God, there's gods everywhere, every street corner, everywhere a God, every house there's a different God. So she said, what do you think India? India, there's many gods as there are people. There's 2 million people, there's 2 million gods. It's also true, because each person is a God in one sense. Ham Brahmasmi. We're Brahman, we're part of Brahman, we're part of God. So how you like, you chant. You read Prabhupada's books and letters, you'll find all different ways to describe how to chant. They say, why don't you just chant, hear the holy name, just hear the holy name. That's it. Another letter, one devotee wrote Prabhupada a letter. He said, Prabhupada, when I chant Hare Krishna, I start meditating on the pastimes. And someone said, that's not good. Prabhupada wrote the letter, it's right there in 1968 to Tawa Krishna Maharaj, I think. He said, actually we have to come to the point where we're chanting Hare Krishna, we're thinking of Krishna's pastimes. So Prabhupada, in that letter is recommended chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and meditating Krishna's Leela. The doctor doesn't have one medicine for every patient. Every patient comes to need aspirin, you take aspirin. You have to take aspirin. There are many medicines. One man's food is another man's poison. Whatever works, the main thing is to chant Hare Krishna mantra with attention, without offenses. Doesn't matter how you chant, but the main thing is don't make offenses. Biggest problem is not method of chanting, it's aparats. This is the thing to watch out. Silent, meditative, loud, reading, meditating, this, that. That's secondary. Your primary thing is avoid aparats. Everywhere it talks, avoid aparats. Learn what the aparats are and understand what the aparats are. We don't know what they are. Bhakti is unlimited. There's no limit for bhakti. There's Vaidhi Bhakti, there's Raghunaga Bhakti, there's Bhava Bhakti, there's Prema Bhakti. So many kinds of bhakti. And there's Mahabhagavat, so many kinds of Mahabhagavat. And Adhikar, there's Kanishta Adhikar, Madhyam, there's Kanishta Kanishta, there's Kanishta Madhya, Kanishta Uttam. Then there's Madhyam, Kanishta, Madhyam, Madhyam, Madhyam Uttam, and Uttam, Kanishta, Uttam, Uttam, Madhyam. There's 9 different categories of Adhikar. Well, come on, man. You can split it ad infinitum. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. It's infinite. God is infinite. Even God doesn't understand himself. One of the qualities, Krishna has two qualities. One is Sarvagya, one is Vimugdha. Sarvagya means omniscient, all-knowing. But he's also Vimugdha. Vimugdha means he's Vishesh Mugdha, totally, especially bewildered, confused. Oh, what's going on? Who am I? Where am I? What should I do? Udo, what should I do? I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. What do you think? What's this going? Heads you go Hastinapur, tails you stay in Dwarka. Okay. Hey, good idea. Thanks, Udo. Druka, hey Druka, chariot, ciao, let's go. Krishna's so beautiful. He's Sarvakarshan, even attracts himself. One day he's walking, this is the next Bhakti Sri just in there. Krishna's walking in Dwarka, he sees a pillar, shining pillar, column, all diamonds or some jewels or something. He goes, wow, who are you? You have beautiful eyes, beautiful lips, beautiful long hair. Who are you? He's talking to this guy in the pillar. And Rukmini comes along and it's like, what do you have for lunch, man? What did Satyabhama feed you today? You came here all drunk. So he saw that you're seeing his own image. He said, no, look at this, Rukmini, look at this person on the pillar. He's amazing, he's so attractive. Who is it? It's you, man. Oh, really? There's a feature of prem called anurag. Sneha, man, pranaya, rag, anurag, bhav, mahabhav, madanayika, divya man. It goes on and on and on. You never reach the end. In the material world, everything has an end, but in the spiritual world, there's no end. It's endless. Endless love, endless seva, endless belief. One time Prabhupada told some devotee, he said, in the spiritual world there's a thrill at every moment. A thrill, T-H-R-I-L, thrill. There's a thrill at every moment. Like living in Vrindavan, my understanding of living in Vrindavan is, I don't know about thrill, but I always have this expression, what's this Leela now? So many crazy, wild things happen from day to day. I just say, what's this Leela now? I'm seeing my veranda, and it's nice day, I'm shining. All of a sudden I see this goes by, and I say, whoa, that's black. Looks like a baby cobra. Oh, how he does. I got a friend here, can you come and take him out? So what's this deal now? Krishna Kali has come to visit me. Nice. It's a good sign. When something like that comes and goes, it means some bad stuff is going out. It's good. Everything is good. Nothing. In Vrindavan, everything is good, but there's one thing that's bad. What's bad? Me. Me is bad. It's not exactly proper English, but it's the truth. Me is bad. I am bad. Everything else is good. The Brahmins are good, the Vaishyas are good, the rickshaw, crows, monkeys, everything's good. People say these terrible monkeys, these bad monkeys. Everyone's always cursing everything. But curse yourself and praise everything else. Everything else is praiseworthy. Except us. The monkeys are praiseworthy. The dogs are praiseworthy, but us, we're not praiseworthy. Jaya Radhe Shyam. So how do you like to chant? How do you like to chant? You look like a yogi, you have good posture, very good. Good, you get your Susuna Nadi wide open, man. Blessed out through your Sahasrapatna Chakra. Grab your Brahma Ranjan. Boom, very good. However you like to chant, you chant.
I just like to just listen to the name. Yeah.
That's good, perfect. Don't get swayed by anybody's opinion, just follow your ruchi. Loving Krishna, you love someone based on your taste, your attraction. You like that? That's good. That means you have love for Krishna's name. That's perfect. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Run with it, go with it, fly with it. That way it'll take you to the spiritual world. Too many men, too many minds. Many people saying things get you all bewildered. Don't listen to, put earplugs in your ears. Say Shastra and do your bhajan, serve your guru, and you will go back to you go to the spiritual world. Too many people are saying too many things. Most people don't know what they're talking about. You know more than most people are talking, tell you what to do. Baba, right. Yes.
I just have a question for that. You just mentioned for sadhana silent chanting in the mind, like chanting in the mind. Can you comment on that if you really desire to go more into remembrance? So is it then more favorable when you chant in the mind than...
A very good question. Someone's asking a question about Manasik japa, chanting in the mind, silently in the mind, as opposed to whispering or even louder. What's the advantage of that? Is that more conducive to answer Lila Smaran? Well, the whole idea of yoga is chitta rita viroda, to control the movements of the mind. So the silent japa requires the most concentration of mind. So when you're concentrating on the mantra, which means concentrating on Krishna Radha's Rup and Krishna's Rup. So concentration is maximum in Manasik Japa. So like Jiva Goswami says, we can't do Lila Smaran unless our Antakaran is pure. Antakaran means our mind and our intelligence, in order to really meditate and live. So the quickest way to purify the mind is by Manasik Japa. But it's the most difficult. You see, controlling the mind, Chan Sahimana Krishna Pramati Balavandridam. In 6th chapter Gita, Arjuna complains to Krishna, Krishna, you're saying control my mind, it's like controlling the wind. Chancha Himana Krishna, Mana Chancha Man. Pramati Balavandridam, it's determined, it's crazy, it's powerful, relentless. You should try for Manasik Japa. It's in the beginning it's very slow. It takes 12 to 15 minutes one round Manasik. Because you have to increase your intention, increase your concentration, and not get sloppy and miss mantras and miss holy names. That's the most powerful, because the holy name is every holy name is powerful. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarvashai, all the powers in every holy name. Not that the name is Krishna has all power, but the effect is we're concentrating our mind. So the more we concentrate our mind, the more the mind becomes strong and powerful. Now it's called Vikshepa. In yoga meditation is called Vikshepa, means distraction. So because to chant silently, you should close your eyes also. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur said we should put a black cloth overhead. Also, chanting in a dark room is very good. People say, if you're chanting in a dark room, it's Tamagun, the ghosts and spirits. You're the only ghost and spirit, man. There's no ghosts and spirits in a dark room except you. All the greatest yogis, Narayana Bhatta Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they all chant in gufas underground, Himalayas, so many yogis in caves. They're not ghosts, and the ghosts run away from that. They like Tamaguna, where a yogi sitting meditating or chanting japa, it's Shuddha Sattva. Ghosts don't like it, they can't sleep there. High energy, high vibration. You don't need a light. The light is the light of your consciousness. It's called Chit Jyoti. Chit Jyoti means the light of consciousness. A yogi can be in a cave, it's totally dark, and you look in the cave, there's a bright light in the back of the cave. So what's going on? It's the yogi's Tej. Emanating from the yogi is Tej, Brahman. They become bright, they become brilliant. They become shining like a light. That's a visual experience if you're in the presence of a great adept yogi. But even subtly, without seeing anything, I chant many times in dark room. I wrote a whole article about cave japa. Make a bhajan cave in your house, Close all the curtains, make it all dark, or you get up before sunlight, and it's already dark automatically. If you're properly rested and you're subtly, you're clean. Your brain is clean. I do it myself all the time. Chant many times in dark room. I don't find nobody's creeping up my backside, or no ghosts coming through the room or walking through the walls or something. It's very nice. Try it and you'll find out. Most people don't get up till sunrise, so it's a little hard to find a dark room. Have heavy curtains, and I have these things from the airplane, these blinders. I got 4 or 5 of them ordered on the net, different styles. Thick ones and thin ones. And if I chant, sometimes I chant the sun's up, I put those on. It's very nice. In other words, everything, because the mind is always running out through the senses. The senses are like doors. There's 5 doors. The mind is inside the head, and it wants to run out the eyes, run out the ears, run out the hands. It's cell phone. Cell phones should be totally turned off, 0 mode, off mode. Not airplane mode or silent mode or hibernating mode. I don't know, kind of off mode. OFF, off. Oh, you can't tell it's so dependent. I was born in a generation before cell phones. I chanted 40 years of Java before cell phones became popular. 40 years of Java with no cell phone even to play with. It's a curse. It's a curse for bhajan. Do it. I think you're doing it anyway. It's the best way to go. It's hard, anything good is painful in the beginning. It's hard to do it. The mind rebels. The mind wants variety, wants stimulation. So 0, dark room, silent, and just the name. It's very nice. Yeah, perfect kuja, very silent. They go in their basement and very silent. Some other question? Internet questions?
There's Goloka and there's Goloka Vrindavan. There's different moods and in that different abodes. So is actually in Goloka, are there manjaris?
The question is asked about different spiritual planes of reality. There's Goloka and Goloka Vrindavan. Actually, there's more than 2. There's Goloka, Goloka Vrindavan, there's Aishwarya, Goloka Vrindavan, there's Madhurya, Goloka Vrindavan. Goloka means Vaikuntha. That's why distinction is made between the last, say Goloka means the spiritual world. And Goloka Vrindavan means the place of Krishna, the realm of the plane, the realm where Krishna exists. But Krishna exists in 2 features in Goloka Vrindavan. One in Madhurya feature, one Aishwarya. This is explained in chapter 28, the 10th canto, chapter 28, commentaries of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's explained in Bhakti Rasmita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. And it's explained in Raghavardhana Chandrika by Vishnu Chakravarti about the Madhurya Goloka and Aishwarya Goloka. So in Madhurya Goloka they have manjaris. manjaris, because that's going on there. Aishwarya Goloka Vrindavan, Vishwacharya explains, where does a person go that worships Radha Krishna Vaidhi Marg? Because it says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, someone worships Krishna and Vaidhi Marg, they go to Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha, the Ishtadevas is Lakshmi Narayan, or Sitaram, or some avatar, Lakshmi Narayan, etc. But what is this 500 years, 400 years ago, Vishwanath asked the question, what about someone who worships Radha and Krishna but a Vaidhi Marg? Where do they go? So he answers it. He said, they go to Goloka Vrindavan because Radha and Krishna are only Goloka Vrindavan. But not in Goloka. Goloka is Lakshmi Narayan. So they go there, but they go to the Aishwarya portion because they're not following Raghunaga Bhakti, they're not following the Vrajvasis in Rag Marg or Stairati. So they worship in a very neutral way, they worship in a very official way. Not much detail is told about it. I asked my teacher about it. He said they worship like they do in the sadhaka group. Like in sadhaka group, you go in the temple, you offer arti, and you do a kirtan in front of these, you go out. So in Aishwarya Goloka Vrindavan, Radha Krishna are really there, they stand there and they do puja, and offer them some bhoga, and they sit down and eat, and then they stand and do arti, and then they walk away, you walk away. There's no, you don't follow them, you're living there and worshiping Radha Krishna like murtis, but they're not murtis. That's all he said. There's not much described, but it's definitely described as two divisions of Goloka Vrindavan. So Manjari is only in the Goloka Vrindavan portion where people go and follow Raghunaga Bhakti, following a Brijvasi, like Rupa Manjari, Lalita Vishaka, Rati Manjari, the Rag Marg. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Nice question. Lala, you're hand exercising or raising your...
Not raising it.
Okay, okay, that's good.
This is related to his question. Could you explain how Nava Vrindavan outside of Dwarka fits into the picture?
Nava and Nava.
Outside Dwarka?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's Lita Madhav. It's also maybe Garga Samhita something like that. Rupa Goswami writes Lita Madhav, there's Nava Vrindavan. But remember, that's a drama. So that Lita Madhav is not quoted for Shastra Siddhanta. So that's like a, I don't know what to say about that. Radharani drowns and goes to the sun planet, she drowns in Yamuna, goes to the sun planet, appears in Satyabhama, and then the Satyabhama becomes Radharani and now Vrindavan. It's all you can read with Lita Madhav, all these wild things. But Radha Krishna worship, Vrindavanam Prityaja Ekam Padam Nakachati. Vrindavanam Prityaja Ekam Padam Nakachati. Padma Puranas comes about all Puranas say Krishna doesn't take a step out of Vrindavan, and Radharani doesn't take a step out either. So we have Dwarka is Dwarka and Vrindavan is Vrindavan. So I don't have much to say about New Vrindavan. I've been to New Vrindavan in West Virginia though. It's a nice place, but only go there in the summer. Go to winter, 20 feet of snow there. 10 meters of snow. There's West Virginia mountains. No, that's a funny, interesting story, but it's not very tasteful for Manjari Bhav. Manjari Bhav Sadhaka Raghunaga Bhakta won't find much happiness there. Vidagya Madhav, he'll be happy. Vidagya Madhav is Vrindavan Leela. Because really in Rag Marg, everything becomes focused. That's what the meaning of Rag is. Everything revolves about your Rag. It's like a man and woman are in love. So they really love, maybe they're married. So a woman thinks, oh, my husband likes his color dress, so we buy this color dress. Or they try to serve and please each other. So in Rag Marg, where you want everything Vrindavan. We read about how we stop at chapter 39. 10th canto, 1 to 39, then we go back 139. We don't care about material lila. Dwarka lila. This is pure rag marg. Gopal Champu by Jiva Goswami talks about Vrindavan lila, Dwarka lila, material lila. But there's another Champu written before that by Kavi Karampur called Ananda Vrindavan Champu, and there's no material lila, there's no Dwarka lila. I think there's still material lila, Kujas there. There's no Dwarka lila. No way. Because Mathura Vrindavan is all one Braj Mandal. So Krishna, Ananda Vrindavan Champu by Kavi Karampur, he doesn't take Krishna out of Vrindavan. Jiva Goswami takes him out, but so we published Ananda Vrindavan Champu. So this is our place. We live in Vrindavan, not Dwarka. The inviting marg, it describes Dwarka Puja, Mahishi Puja, Dwarka Dhyan. Those are given up in Rag Marg. They're part of Vaidhi Sadhana. Vaidhi Sadhana describes Mahishi Puja, worshipping the queens of Dwarka, and meditating on Dwarka Lila. But those are given up in Rag Marg. Mudras, Nyas, and Hangropasana, and Mahishi Puja and Dwarka Dhyan, these 5 things are given up in Rag Marg. That's the only thing that's given up in Rag Marg. Everything's the same as Vaidhi Bhakti. Shravan Kirtan is just smart. Mangalarti, you get up early, clean. Not that Rag Marg means you become a pirate, become an independent rebel, do anything. It's the wrong meaning. Okay, questions? I don't fall out the backside there, sir. Be careful. Yeah, Baba.
I don't know if you...
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Well, now the Nimbarka Sampradaya, would you say they're in Madhurya or would you say they're in Aishwarya? I know they worship Radha and Krishna in Braj, but do you know anything about that?
He's asking a question about Nimbarka Sampradaya. I don't know so much about Nimbarka Sampradaya. He's asking, are they worshipping in Madhurya or Aishwarya? As far as I understand, Nimbarka Sampradaya is a Raganuga Bhakti Sampradaya, and they're worshipping Radha and Krishna in Nikunja. It's called Nitya Nikunja Seva. Nitya Nikunja. They're Radha and Krishna always in Nikunj, and they're always surrounded by their Sakhis. And the Sakhis are rendering many services for the enhancement of the amorous Madhurya Rati pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I know that much is true about the Nimbarka Sampradaya. Very rustic Sampradaya. There's no Vaidhi sadhana there. It's all Rag Marg. And there's no Yashoda, there's no cows, there's no Gocharnli, there's no Sakirati, all that jazz. Nitya Nikunja Lila. Vas. 24 hours a day they're in Nikunj. So your same as making flower beds, you're really busy. But they make one flower bed and destroy it, then they go another one half hour later. Every half hour they want a new flower bed. They make 48 beds a day. Imagine that. It's 24 hours a day, every half hour, 48 beds a day. Flower bed, do flower beds. Rose, one flower, rose petals, and lotus stems, and kadamba flower, all kinds of different flower beds. They're busy. Nivar ki jai. Okay, question. Yes. What was the question?
Question is, want to know the pastimes of Sukadeva Goswami in Goloka Vrindavan.
Sukadeva Goswami's pastimes in Goloka Vrindavan. I haven't read anything in Goswami books describing that, so I can't say. Brahma Purana, which is highly interpolated, and there's 2 different Sukadeva Goswamis, so Sukadeva is a little confusing. There's Sukadeva Goswami and Parampara. Sukadeva Goswami, one Sukadeva Goswami got married, one Sukadeva Goswami didn't get married. And there's some story in Brahma Purana, Pararani, all that stuff. But the Goswami, I follow the Goswami's teachings in the Bhagavad, the Vishnunath and Baladev Vijabhushan. And my Guru Baba, he never taught me anything about that. So I don't speak on what I haven't studied or I haven't heard from my Guru. We're worshippers of Radha and Krishna, not Sukadeva. We worship Sukadeva and Srimad Bhagavatam. Question? Questions? Risky Brahmachari Baba. Oh, well, good morning.
Okay.
Okay, he's turned on.
My question is, like many people said me that I should have Diksha Guru, and I theoretically agree because all Shastras say it like this. But actually I feel nothing in my heart. So how can I, be inspired to have Diksha Guru?
That's a very good question. Gentleman is asking. All the Shastras and Krishna himself and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone's saying, you in life shall have a guru. You don't have a guru, you take birth as a Pashu Yoni. Hari Bhakti Vilas says, Bina Diksha Pashu Yoni Janam. Take birth in that animal form. It says Hari Bhakti Vilas, quoting some Purana. So I know that, this story saying, I know that Diksha Guru is required to attain perfection in spiritual life, but my heart I'm not inspired by any particular person to take Diksha. So what do you do? What's your question?
How to become inspired to get Diksha Guru?
Well, so the question is how to become inspired to get Diksha Guru? Well, you know the need. You already said you know the need of it. So now you just pray to Krishna to send you to your Sadguru, Bas. All that's required now is prayer. Prayer and Swarti. You pray Prarthana and Swarti. You pray to Krishna, you got some Swarti, you got some Vishnu Guru. Sometimes my friend, he's a Christian person. He was visiting many Babajis. He was looking for a Babaji type Guru. And he was visiting many Babajis in Brajmantha and Bengal and Orissa. He's from Orissa. He speaks Bengali, Hindi, English. And then he was in Barsana taking shelter of Radharani. He went all around India looking for a Guru and couldn't find any. So he took shelter of Radharani. Because it says in Shastra that Radharani is Krishna's Guru. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Untitled Chapter 4, Radhikara Prema Guru Ami Shishyanath. Radhika is my praying Guru. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna's Srupam, Vande Krishna's Srupam. So Krishna is saying, Radharani is my Guru of love, my love Guru. Everyone needs to love Guru. A Guru that can teach us how to love, right? So Radharani is teaching the whole world how to love Krishna. So Radharani is a Guru for everyone. We say Shri Guru. Shri Guru means Radharani's teacher. Shri Guru. So this is a problem. I need a Guru, but I'm not inspired, so what do? So you go to, my friend went to Varsana and he prayed to Radharani. He took Radharani's prasad every day, did Parikramana Varsana, it takes 45 minutes. He prayed, and one night he had a dream. He saw Babaji in his dream. He didn't meet that Babaji. He never met the Babaji. He saw Babaji. It was very vivid. He didn't say anything, he just saw Babaji. So finally, he went to Vrindavan, met his friend. He said, I was looking for a Guru. I went to Bengal, I went to Orissa, I went over Vrindavan. But I had a dream, I had somebody. I saw somebody in a dream. And his friend that he just met in Vrindavan said, have you met my Guru? He said, no, I haven't met a Guru. So he took him to his Guru. When he walked in and saw Guru, he said, I saw, the devotee met his Guru, I saw you in the dream, I saw you in the dream, I saw you in the dream. And his friend said, what are you talking about? Last night I saw him in a dream. So what do you want to do? I want to take Diksha. So he took initiation from Sripad Chandrasekhar Das Babaji Maharaj. The great Vaishnava, he's gone to Gaudiya Vaisnava. And so he's took his Diksha. He's my good friend also. So Radharani arranges. She's the Adi Guru. In Braj, she's Adi Guru. She's Adi Controller and Adi Guru. Vrindavanishri. Radhikar Prema Guru Rami Shishyanad. So go to Varsana, live there, take a prasad, do frikva, and maybe you'll have a dream of your Guru. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Okay, Guru, where are you? Well, the real Guru, please stand up. Everybody should start shifting around. Sheila, you're a Guru. Go into your Guru. They're Brahmins, they're Gurus from birth. Go, Jaya Radhe Shah. You're right. You have to be convinced 100% in your heart. Mind, Guru shall election of a Guru, meet all the definition of Guru, and finally you should be convinced in your heart. So you have to accept the Guru with your heart and your brain. If you're a yogi, you're a jnani, you only accept with your brain and mind. But bhakti, the heart is also required. All brain and mind, you can't be a bhakti. All heart, you can't be a bhakti. You need heart and brain. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe. Bolo, question. Radhasi, question. All the way from Stockholm. It's up there on a polar ice cap.
Well, what are the benefits when we are studying Shastras? What benefits one gets by studying Shastras?
What benefits one gets by studying Shastra? First one gets spiritual knowledge. One benefit is spiritual knowledge. Second benefit, one gets purification of the mind and heart. Cheta dharma, kam, krodh, lobh, moh, it's all destroyed. Shrimitam swakata Krishna, punya shravana kirtana, hridyantak study bhadrani, vidunoti srutsatam. Diverse ganta, by hearing Shastra, the heart becomes cleansed of greed, anger, lust, envy, etc. Third benefit, you become happy. Fourth benefit, you find out about the unknown. Fifth benefit, you find out about the invisible world. And sixth benefit, you learn about love. You discover what is real love. These are 6 benefits of studying Bhakti Shastra. What more do you want? You want more benefits than that? That'll keep you going? I give you 10 more things.
One question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, follow.
So in the spiritual world, goddess Lakshmi and Vishnu, they are together. And Lakshmi always serves goddess Vishnu. But in the material world, when people run after the Lakshmi, that is they acquire wealth, why they are normally get dissociated from the worship of Vishnu or Vishnu?
What was the question? You go in there, you heard the question.
Yes. He's saying that in spiritual world, Lakshmi serves Vishnu.
Sometimes.
In the material world, when someone is running after Lakshmi, he may go away from Vishnu. So why?
Normally he goes away from. He is so much into material world that he forgets worshipping Krishna or.
What's the question? What's the question here?
Spiritual world, Lakshmi serves Vishnu. Here
So that's the spiritual world. That's different than here. That's why it's called spiritual world. The spiritual world is where everyone serves God. The material world is where everyone serves himself. What's new about that? Everyone serves himself and uses different gods and uses different devis and devatas to serve their own purpose. That's finished. Spiritual, everyone's dedicated to the center. It's a plane of dedication. Everyone's dedicated to the center. Ram, Vishnu, Krishna. Here's a plane of exploitation. Everyone's exploiting each other. Exploiting nature, exploiting my wife exploiting my husband. Everybody's exploiting each other. Lakshmi means money. Lakshmi is personification of loving service. No one's worshipping Lakshmi to attain loving service. You want money. Money is the Maya aspect of Lakshmi. Lakshmi has two aspects, Yogamaya and Mahamaya. You worship the Yogamaya aspect of Lakshmi, you get mukti, you get liberation like Vaikuntha. Become a servant of Narayan. You worship the Mahamaya aspect of Lakshmi, you stay in the material world chasing money and women. Or men or whatever. Men and women, both, whatever, right? Go for it. Lakshmi Narayan Bhagavan Ki Jai. You said Lakshmi's always serving Narayan, I said sometimes. So someone asked, why did you say sometimes? Lakshmi serves Narayan all the time until she hears Krishna's flute. As soon as Lakshmi hears Krishna's flute, she's Vaikuntha Chordye. She drops those feet on the ground. She drops those feet on the flower on the bed and runs out the door, jumps on the back of Garuda and flies off to Vrindavan. Krishna attracts everyone in the universe, including Lakshmi. Nobody can attract Lakshmi. No, everyone's worshiping Lakshmi and no one's getting rich. Because we're not attracting her. You're getting rich is your karma from last life, because you gave a lot of charity last life. But Lakshmi runs away from Narayan to Krishna. So the conclusion is, you're sorry you worship Krishna, you get everything. You worship Krishna, you get Lakshmi, you get everything. You get Lakshmi, you get Prem Lakshmi, and Lakshmi everything. I've never seen a poor devotee. I've never met a poor devotee. They're all rich. Look at this girl behind. Look at the palace. Look at me. Every devotee's rich, wealthy. Different ways to measure it. Okay, questions? Net questions? Net question.
Maharaj, my question is, what if one is confused between two gurus about taking Diksha? How does one choose? Or does Guru choose someone?
Question is, one has a choice of eeny, meeny, miny, moe. There's a question of two gurus. It's his choice or the guru's choice. Is that what you're saying? Tavigyan artam sigrum evavi gachet. There's a verse from Vandaku Upanishad that says, Tavigyan artam sigrum evavi gachet. If you want to learn the highest truth, you have to go to the guru. Avigacha. Avigacha means you have to approach the guru. The guru doesn't approach you, you have to go to the guru. The guru doesn't come knocking your leg. You want Diksha? You have to go to the guru and beg the guru, please give me Diksha. So you have a choice between two gurus. Flip a coin, man. Sometimes people do things like this. 1974, there was a lady that owned land in Ramareti. And three different sadhus, one sadhvi, one saintly lady, and two sadhus wanted that land. She was going to donate that land in charity. So one of those sadhus' name was Bhaktivedanta Swami. Sound familiar? There was one lady, sannyasini, and one other sadhu. They approached this landlady asking for a donation. So she worshipped Radha and Krishna. She was a great devotee of Radha and Krishna. Lived in Vrindavan. So, what did she do? By describing this, I'm not recommending this, I'm not putting my stamp of approval on it, I'm just describing the situation. This is the biography of Prabhupada also. The lady took a chit. Chit means she took a piece of paper and she wrote 3 names on a piece of paper. Eeny, meeny, and miny. Now she put Bhaktivedanta Swami, Sannyasini, and Sannyasi Baba. She put the 3 names and she rolled up a piece of paper and she put them at the feet of Krishna. And she took a tulsi stick, because, I don't know, that's what she did. And she said, Krishna, which person should I give this property to? Which person do you want me to give this property to? So she wanted to, and she took one piece of paper, she went, Bhaktivedanta Swami, Shri Babaji, Krishna Bala Mandir Ki, and Grace Mandir Ki. Popularly known as enriched. So she did it. So a person has a question. Who has a question to Guru Wall?
Internet question.
Oh, yeah. The internet question.
Internet.
Who's net?
Ekta Batra.
Huh?
Ekta Batra.
Ekta Patra.
Batra.
Ekta Batra. Oh, I know her. Hi, Ekta. She's a nice person. She lives in Bombay. I met her many times. So her question is 2 gurus. So take a chit, go to Rasvihari or whatever, and put it there, and ask Vajari, take these 2 papers and put at the feet of Krishna, Rasvihari, and pick one and give it to her, and run with it. If she wants to gamble, transcendental gamble. But a better way, what I suggest is deep prayer meditation. Think about 2 gurus. Think about the 2 gurus. What are the salient features of each guru? SALIENT, salient features. What are the pluses and minuses of each guru? If I take from this Babaji, I'll be persona non grata in ISKCON. Persona non grata means I will not be welcome in ISKCON. So do I take? Oh, but I love ISKCON. It's a good deal. Good Sunday feast, good. And so everybody give me a dirty look. I go to the temple. I can't tolerate that. So you have to think of the plus and minus. You have to be practical and realistic. Because they're both, you have a choice. You can do gurus. Means they're both qualified to be gurus. You see them like that, so then you have to think what is the best thing. Ultimately you have to pray to Krishna to reveal clearly in your heart and mind. Don't rush into it. Take your time. A lot of prayer, a lot of meditation, a lot of long walks on Jewel Beach. Long, lonely walks on Jewel Beach, praying. Listen to the waves. Maybe hear the sound of the Guru's name in the waves. Anyway, there's different ways to discover the truth. I suggest you pray to Radharani. That's what I suggest for everything. I didn't record that one. Can you send that one to me? Sorry. Here we go again. Okay, question. Yeah.
I have a question about the ornaments of Radharani. Because you say
the what?
The ornaments of Radharani, like her necklace, earrings, all the ornaments. One time you say that her ornaments have a specific name. And so, if please you can speak more about the ornaments of Radharani, if some ornaments have some story or something.
The ornaments of Radharani. You can read in the book by Rupa Goswami Pad, Radha Krishna Ganadesh Deepika. It describes the names of the ornaments. There's ornaments and decorations, many different things. They're all different names. Like she wears a tilak. It's called Kamayantra tilak. And she has a comb. She has a comb, ivory comb instead with jewelry. It's called swastida. So everything has a name, and they're all personalities actually also. So you have to read that book to get more details. I don't have a photographic memory. Sorry. Now I tell you where to find it. Yes, sir.
Can you please tell the story of the Radha Kunda pastime?
The Radha Kunda pastime is in 10th Canto, Chapter 36, BBT volume. Vishnu Chakravarti narrates from Padma Purana. You can read there. Chapter 36. I think 36, 10th Canto, BBT. Killing Aristasura. There's a commentary there, very elaborate commentary by Vishnu Chakravarti, quoting from some Purana, how the formation of Radha Kunda. In chapter 45 of the 10th canto, verse number 3, Jiva Goswami says what day it was. Krishna killed Aristasura on Chaitra Purnima, which is the first Purnima of the Hindu New Year. Hindu New Year starts in Chaitra Maya, which is March and April. And after Falgun, Lord Chaitanya's appearance days, Falgun Maya, next month is Chaitra. When Balaram came from Dwarka, he stayed 2 months in Vrindavan, Chaitra Vaishak. So in Chaitra month and Purnima, some of you got initiated then, didn't they? Some unqualified people, Kripa Patras. No, they're highly qualified. So that's Chaitra Purnima. So what is Balasmi and Kartik? Balasmi and Kartik is a day to take a bath to get a kid. There's a deity called Ahori Devi, A-H-O-R-A. Ahori Devi is a fertility goddess that manifested in UP. And there's a whole ritual described, puja to Ahori Devi. If you want to get a kid, you should bathe on Balasmi, which is Krishna Paksha Astami in Kartik Maina. You bathe at midnight, tie your dhoti to the sari of your wife, and you take an ash gourd. Ash gourd is what they make paint out of, what you have to paint it. That's from ash gourd. Ash gourd is like a green pumpkin type thing. And you put coins in, there's a whole ritual to do puja and all this stuff. And bathe at midnight, and that gourd represents a womb, a garba. And then you get a child. Many people get children that way. So that's the significance of Balasmi. In the Puranas it mentions that anyone who bathes on Balasmi day becomes dear to Hari. This is quoted in a book called Mathura Mahatmyam by Rupa Goswami Pad. Rupa Goswami is quoting the Purana that describes bathing during the day. It doesn't say anything about Madhyarat. Madhyarat means midnight. It says bathing on the day of Balasmi is very pleasing to Hari. But the appearance day, the only comment in all Goswami books, the only comment describing the day that Aristasura was killed and the day that Radha Kunda was formed is Jiva Goswami, chapter 45, 10th canto, verse 3. He said it was Chaitra Purnima. So on Chaitra Purnima we initiate people on that day, and we all take bath at midnight. This is the appearance of Radha Kunda. So we want to come celebrate, come Chaitra Purnima. Very beautiful night. Radha Kunda is called Kangan Kun. And the sign in Hindi says Kangan. What does Kangan means? Bangle. Ladies' bangles. See, it's show bangle. See, that's a bangle. That thing around the wrist is called a bangle. It's called Kangan. K-N-G-A-N. Kangan. And the gopis took out and dug a hole of that. Krishna just put his foot, boom, made a coin. He had heavy feet. Men walk heavy feet, Women walk very light. So Radharani's feet are light, so you want to dirty your feet anyway. But he was bang. Questions? What time is it now? 5:04. Okay, question, wait a minute. Question.
His next question. She's asking...
Net question, what net?
Net, my net.
The Italian net.
My friend.
This is a Russian net. This is Italian net. There's a Swiss net.
She is asking how to celebrate Ekadashi in the mood of Manjari Baba. How do you? She wants to know how to what to do in Ekadashi for who is practicing Radha Kunda Bhakti, because she see in the story of Ekadashi that all talks about Yudhishthira and is not so much Radha Kunda Bhakti, so she wants to know how to celebrate Ekadashi following Radha Kunda Bhakti Manjari Baba.
Question is how to observe Ekadashi and Manjari Bhav. Manjari Bhav is an aspect of Raganuga Bhakti where you're following the residents of Vrindavan that are Madhurya Rati in amorous loving relationship with Krishna, specifically Rupa and Rati Manjari, and their way of thinking and feeling and serving Radha and Krishna. But following Raganuga Bhakti means you follow all the limbs of Bhakti. So Ekadashi Brata is one of the limbs of Bhakti. So there's things we do externally with our sadhguru, and there's things we do with our siddharu. In practicing Raganuga Bhakti, we practice in our sadhguru and our siddharu. Our sadhguru, we follow Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. So don't confuse, don't overlap the two. They're two distinct methods of practice. In our siddharu, we meditate on our siddhadeya manjari form, and we do seva in our manjari form in Astakaya. In our sadhguru, we give Hari Katha, we have Hari Nam Sankirtan, we sell books, we cook offerings, we dress deities. We do so many things in our sadhguru. So Ekadashi Brata is a Padaseva. It comes under Padaseva. It's a Lila Bhakti. So we should chant the holy name as much as possible and meditate in Krishna's Lila. Next question. Simple answer, not yes, sir.
Maharaj, as this Radha Paksha is going on in this month, so
Pishu Paksha started yesterday, Purnima.
yes. So
Panradin, worship Pitris.
yes. So how a Vaishnava should follow this Radha Purnima, Radha Paksha for their ancestors?
Very good question. It's called Pitri Paksha or Shrad. It's the 15 days of Krishna Paksha, Ashwin Maina, from Purnima to Amavasya. It's a day to worship our Pitris, our ancestors. So Vaishnavas worship this. They offer Mahaprasad to Thakurji, or to Radha Gopinath, or Radha Krishna Giriraj. Then they have a photograph of their mother and father or their grandfather, whoever they're offering, whoever they want to offer food to. Then they take the Maha plate after they make the offering and do the arti. Then they take it and put it in front of their mother, father, or grandfather, grandmother, whoever they want to do Shraddha or Pitri Paksha. And you say, please accept this Mahaprasad wherever you are in Pitri Loka, so you get promotion to a next body. And then you have a kirtan for 10 minutes. And your sankalpa is this kirtan, this Mahaprasad will benefit my Pitris, and they'll make progress in their sojourn to spiritual perfection. This is what my Guru told me, and this is what Prabhupada told also. This is a Vaishnava way. The other way in Karmakanda, you feed crows It's very hard to find crows now, very few crows. Right, I first came to Radha in 1977. I started living here in 1994 in Karti. But many crows, many parrots. Now very few birds. You go on a roof, because if you want to do the Karma Kanda way, you feed crows, you feed ants, you feed cows. Brahmins. Brahmins are everything. Any Karma Kanda thing you can feed Brahmins. If you don't want to feed Brahmins, the Brahmins are the best thing, but if you have something against Brahmins, you can feed crows. Cows and crows, and ants also. You should feed the fried food, not steamed sabji and tofu and monk sprouts. Not the health food stuff you eat. It has to be, like Rishvasi Brahmins eat, you know. Chak bog. No, it's supposed to be, no, seriously, I'm joking, but seriously, it's supposed to start on Paka bog. Paka means puris, kachoris, gulab jamans, rascals, everything cooked in ghee, lots of sugar. That's what you order Petries. Because, you know, they want to get something good to eat, you know. It should be a feast for them. This is what the Shastras say. It should be Pakabog. You eat your monk sprouts, you know, alfalfa sprouts, and your, you know, energy drinks, and, you know, soy lessons in the milk and all the cool stuff. For Petries, it's kachoris, puris, samosas, gulab jamans, gujia, namkeen, pak, chak. You want them to be happy, you get some steamed vegetables and monk sprout, what's that? You gotta close your eyes to eat it. Sorry, private. Question. Vishadiva, question. No, okay, keep quiet, keep on, do on.
I want to know about the life of Jai Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. How he was given initiation and then he was not able to get initiation. Jai Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj of Surya.
Jai Krishnadas Babaji lived in Bhima Kund in Kanban, didn't he? Jai Krishnadas Babaji lived in Bhima Kund. Sri Kund's Madhusudandas Babaji. So what's you get your Baba's correct? What's your question?
So he got initiation.
Who's he? He who?
I think Jai Krishnadas Babaji.
Jai Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj got initiation. He got mantra from Radharani. Then he does not get any instruction later on. So how it happened?
And he was.
That's describing Gopal Kapoor in Saints of Braj book. But Jai Krishnadas Babaji is the descendant of Vaitacharya. He's Vaita Parivar. So he doesn't need any initiation. He's the descendant of Vaitacharya. He's great grandson of Vaitacharya. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I can't answer.
Because he was approaching the sadhus for doing Ragani Bhajan.
Yeah, no initiating because he was a Vaitacharya from birth. He's a Brahmin from birth, and he was a Vamsacharya. He's a direct descendant of Nityananda or Vaita. He's direct descendant of Vaita. They're just Babajis from Bengal or whatever, and they're not even Brahmins. Most of them are not even Brahmins. They didn't think they had Adhikar to teach him. That's why they refused. So Radharani taught him directly. Well, he had no recourse. He went to different Brahmins, different Raghunaga Bhaktas and Babajis. He was teaching. He said, "No, man. You're a descendant of Vaitacharya. You're a Brahmin. It's called Maryada. Maryada means conduct, proper conduct." So he was in a fix. Same thing happened with Teen Kori Baba, Kishorananda. No initiating because he was a Vamsi son of Nityananda. It's too advanced. They couldn't. So Radharani took care of him first. What to say, you know? Next question. Your shadow has a question. Bolo shadow. Chaya Devi.
Vaishnava start his romance Chaturmasya, and we now fasting for me. Why? Maybe some story why first month's not green.
He's asking about Chaturmasya Brat. The minimal brat that's described in Hari Bhakti laws is the first month, no spinach. Actually, it also says there is shouldn't eat any baby vegetables for 4 months. Anyway, that's another story. Maybe the minimal thing is no spinach. Why no spinach? Because the first month's the rainy season. There's many bugs and worms get inside the spinach and go in your chest and make you sick. Second month you fast from dairy, because rainy season is dicey weather. It's cold, hot days and cold nights and winds blowing, rain. So eat yogurt to close your body up and you get sick. Third month is milk fast. I don't know why about milk fast. I don't know why the explanation or Dali. But I heard this explanation of verse 2. This is the third month. We can't eat milk. No milk, no ice cream, no milk sweets, no sweet rice, no kheer. But you can eat yogurt. You can eat dahi, yogurt, and paneer. Check. Malai sounds like lie. You're trying to lie your way into an enjoying mood. No malai. Just concentrate on the yeses. Yes dahi, yes yogurt, yes paneer. Bus. Don't enter saying come in the back door, come in the side door, come in the chimney. Over 80, and they say in Vedas, someone's over 80 years old, under 8 years old, there's no rules for that. 80-year-old guy plus can be crazy. 8 years old and under kid can go crazy. Anybody between 8 and 79 has to be a little normal, you know. What's the question here? I don't know. What was that? Oh, Chaturmasya. So just no milk. This is no milk. That's just lost finished. What do you want to do now?
Ghee.
Ghee you can take any time, all the time. Check it. You can bathe yourself in ghee. Panchagavya. Take a Panchagavya bath, snan. Panchamrita snan, ghee. Have a good time. What's the time now? Crazy time.
5:17.
Thank you. Question.
So during the lifetime, we're accumulating a lot of knowledge, both like material and spiritual, like shastras we're reading and studying. But when we're going Kalapa-prapti, all our samskaras and all our knowledge will be
Poof. Question is, we're collecting a lot of useless material knowledge, which is all related to prayas, and we're collecting a lot of spiritual knowledge, which is shreyas. When we get liberated and go to the spiritual world, would we take any of it with us? No, because it's all stored in the chitta, and the chitta is destroyed. Chaita dharma marjno. There's no chitta. The Atma goes without chitta. Chitta is a covering Atma. Indriya, man, buddhi, chitta, hankar, all gone. Just pure Atma. And Siddhanta becomes one with the Atma. Then you get a spiritual mind and spiritual buddhi, but no chitta, no need for chitta. Nothing stored because there's no past, there's no present, there's no eternal present. There's nothing to store. You don't have to stash anything. You don't need a closet. You don't need a refrigerator. You don't need a cupboard. Everything is new every second.
So no need for knowing Bhagavad Gita in spiritual world.
No need to know Bhagavad Gita in spiritual world. Who are you going to preach to? Blue manjaris or what? No need for Gita in the spiritual world. Need Gita to get to the spiritual world. Need Bhagavatam Gita. Spiritual world is Leela. Leela. La means lay low, accept, and Li means alingata. Prema lingata means embrace. Prema lingata. You accept the embrace of Krishna. He embraces you, you embrace him as a brother, as a mother, father, as a lover, as a servant. It's the Leela's Bhumi, Leela Dham. There's only Leela. There's no work, there's no study, there's no homework, there's no verses, no quizzes, no memorization. Just play.
Jaya.
Jaya. What?
No, I tell if I remember Bhagavad Gita, how I put for Jativa Dahi.
Figure it out later. Whatever. So, what do you think about Jatila? I don't want to bring her up. We don't even want to hear that name in this assembly. Jatila, Gatila, no thank you. I passed on that one. It says in Madan Mahotsav, when they're preparing to coronate Radharani, the Queen of Vrindavan, the gopis are getting a very excited mood. All the gopis, they started throwing, this is Madan Mahotsav, Jiva Goswami describing Radharani's royal Abhishek, Rajani Abhishek, to make Radharani Vrindavan, Queen of Vrindavan. So many ceremonies. She was bathed with 9 kinds of earth. They poured 9 kinds of earth over, and then 9 baths. A very elaborate situation we described. We went to Umrao. The other day, the place where that Leela took place. The Leela style where that book was described that pastime. So during the festivities, preparatory festivities, the gopis were in a great funny mood. So all the elderly gopis were there. Vishal, Rahim, Jatila, everyone was there. All the elderly gopis and younger, everyone was there. They were throwing yogurt mixed with turmeric, they were throwing everywhere. So some gopis, some feisty, playful gopis, they saw Jatila there. So everyone went to Jatila and covered her with yogurt and turmeric. Hey, They poured yogurt and turmeric all over Jatila, and all the gopis danced next to her. And she couldn't do anything because it was a festival. And all the gopis were covered with yogurt and holly turmeric, including Jatila. No one was touching her until then. Everyone was afraid, Jatila, watch out, But her eyes go, say, hey, look, Jatila, okay, let's go. From the front, from the back, all sides, boom. Finished her off. Jatila ki jai. No, she's good. Any questions? This gentleman in the back there. Yes, sir.
I will translate him.
Okay.
I will help him.
Okay.
What are the benefits? What are the benefits of being born in Vrindavan?
What are the benefits of being born in Vrindavan? Well, the benefits of being born in Vrindavan aren't the same for everyone, because there's different kinds of people born here. But if you're born in a Vaishnava family, the benefit of being born in Vrindavan is the first word that you'll learn how to speak is Radhe. The first word that every baby is taught is Radha, Radha. They're not taught mom, then comes Mama, then Papa. First Radha, 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 Radha. The other benefit of being born in Vrindavan, if you live your whole life here and die here, you go to Krishna Loka. That's a pretty good benefit. Another benefit of living in Vrindavan is you always hear Hari Katha and Kirtan of Krishna Nam. Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You always hear Krishna name. And everyone in Vrindavan, you go to Yamuna, you want to take a boat ride with your kids and wife, you're born in Vrindavan. What's the boatman's name? Boatman's name is Bihari. What's the other boat name? The other boat name is Ghanasham. What's the other boat name? Is Rasvihari. So everywhere, everything is reminding you of Krishna. So being born in Vrindavan is definitely being 1,000 times, a million times beneficial, more beneficial than being born in Rio de Janeiro. Or somewhere else. You understand my language? Let me ask you a question, sir. Do you want to take birth in Vrindavan to get these benefits? What's the answer?
Yes.
I do. I want to get these benefits. That'd be my greatest fortune to take birth in Vrindavan, more specifically at Radha Kunda. But anywhere in Vrindavan is okay. But if I have a choice, first choice is Radha Kunda. Naturally. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. So, one more. Or coach. What's that way saying, Bob? I got it.
I just have a quick question. I didn't hear you when you said where that Madhava Mahotsava, Radharani's coronation took place. What was the name of that place?
Gentleman's asking a question. What is the village of Vrindavan where Radharani was coronated the Queen of Vrindavan by personal arrangement of Krishna? Krishna called the festival Madhava Mahotsav, although so people ask why he called it Madhava Mahotsav, because he wanted to worship Radharani, but he's afraid that if Chandravi finds out that he'll get in trouble with Chandravi, so he told Purnamati, make an announcement, we're going to have Madhava Mahotsav. Invite all the demigoddesses, all Sachi and Indrani and Uma and Durga, everyone is invited to take part in the Madhava Mahotsav. But Chandravi found out that it was going to be worshipping Radharani, and Chandravi tried to break up the Utsav. It's a whole story. So that took place in a village called Umrao, or Umrai. Umrai is near Kokilavan, near Koshisai, Kokilavan. Kokilavan, there's a famous Shani temple there. It's very close to Kokilavan. There's a Murti of Radharani sitting on a throne. Outside there, it was installed last year, or this year, I think. Installed in January this year, I think so. It was by Pran Krishna Baba and Prem Gopal Goswami. They installed the deity of Radharani. There's a mandir outside, it's outside. There's also a mandir inside. We didn't have darshan. It was closed when we got there. So the book is called Madhav Mahotsav by Jiva Goswami Pad. And the whole pastime is mentioned, is briefly mentioned in Skanda Puran about this pastime, and also other Puranas, and also in Dan Kali Kumudi is mentioned by Rupa Goswami. So you go there, it's a nice place. The beautiful Kapa Riksha tree there too, I sat under a tree. The Hari Katha there. There's nice cows there, beautiful cows and monkeys and usual stuff. Well, it's a really nice place. You're looking at the camera's looking at the sky or what? Oh no, wait, keep it in the sky. Thank you. Spiritual sky. Okay, right, thank you. Bhagavati Yagas. No. Yes, sir.
Maharajji, as I think all of the know already, I want to know the sweet pastime of Radharani in Gopal.
What is the question?
He wants to know sweet pastimes of Radharani in
Appearance pastimes.
Appearance pastime.
Come on, Radhaswami. Pastime Radharani. Come next, Radhaswami, I'll tell you. In Goloka Vrindavan, Radharani doesn't appear, she's eternally there. There's no appearance in the spiritual world. Appearances here in different kalpas, Radharani appears in different places. One kalpa she appears in Barsana, one kalpa she appears in Rubble. In different ways she also appears, as describes different Puranas, she appears in different ways.
Maharaj, what should be the purpose of life? To get liberation and go back to Vrindavan, or to take rebirth, birth again and again, and live in Govardhan and enjoy the pastime of Srimati Radharani and just love her or to pray. Which is better?
They're both the same. Okay, that's a good question. Question is, which is better? Is it better to leave this material world and go to the spiritual world, go to Haridham, go to Vrindavan? Or is it better to take rebirth in this Bhama Vrindavan, Aprakat Leela of Krishna, in Govardhan, and relish the pastimes of Radha Krishna? There's a book by Sanatana Goswami called Brihad Bhagavatamrita. It's about a boy, Gopakumar, who was born in Govardhan. It's a story about 500 years ago. It's a story with philosophy mixed in. And he did bhajan, chanted Gopal mantra. He went to the spiritual world. And he was there and he said, it looks just like Govardhan. It looks like... And he went from there, he saw Krishna in the spiritual world. Then he came back to Govardhan, came back to this world. He said, it's the same. There's no difference between this world and that world. Except there's no temple, there's no rickshaws there and stuff like that. But the same Yamuna River, same Brajaraj, same cows, same monkeys, same peacocks, same parrots, same Giraj, Dharan, Ki. Everything's the same. So the answer to your question, which is better, they're equal. You gotta go to the spiritual world to stay here, it's no problem. It's up to you. What do you want to do? I prefer to go to Govardhan, the spiritual world myself. Because here there's the spiritual world plus a lot of other stuff mixed in, which I don't appreciate so much. But there's no mixture. There's some difference. There's some undesirable elements. There's some Maya Shakti mixed into the Dham here. There's no Maya Shakti in Chit Dham, Vrindavan, the spiritual world. But at one level, they're both equal. Now, you may be wondering why all these books are piled up in front of me. Maybe wondering why all these big books, big heavy books are piled in front of me. I'm gonna try to speak about these books because I want to describe the Diksha Mantras, Gopal Mantra and Kam Gayatri, which are the Diksha Mantras of the Gaudiya Sampradaya. And these are, Diksha means receiving these mantras. This is defined in Hari Bhakti Vilas. Other place here, receiving Harinam is not defined as Diksha, it's just Harinam. But these Diksha mantras are very powerful, so we should understand what they are and how they work and other things. So it's described in these books in front of me. So they're all very nice descriptions. So we'll start with the Gopal Mantra. First of all, these mantras, Gopal Mantra and Kam Gayatri, are eternal mantras. They're eternally existing. They didn't have a beginning. They're eternally existing. Basically, all names of Krishna are describing his leelas. So, Briya Bhagavatamrita, there's many nice descriptions of the Gopal Mantra, which we're also chanting. He chanted 10 syllable Gopal Mantra, we're chanting 18 syllable Gopal Mantra. So we'll read some of those passages to deepen our understanding and appreciation of what we receive. So this is the Briya Bhagavatamrita, Volume 2, Chapter 1, verse 124. This is very interesting because a lot of people have this situation. They meet a guru and they get Diksha and they don't get much teaching or instruction from the guru. So Gopakumari met a guru, he got Diksha, Gopal Mantra. The guru left without giving any instruction. But these verses explain that even without any teachings or instructions how to meditate or what is the meaning of the mantra still works. In other words, the Diksha mantras, Gopal Mantra, they have independent power. He got the mantra and no other instruction. He didn't know how to even properly chant it. He said in verse 124, I had no idea what this mantra was, what I received, or what the fruit of this chanting, or even how the mantra was to be practiced. But yet he just kept chanting the mantra. Out of respect for his guru and the Diksha mantra he gave him, he chanted every day. He met the guru, he got Diksha, and guru ran away. But he had respect for the guru and he was grateful for receiving it, and he, without fail, he chanted every day. So, it says in verse 126, by the power of the guru and the power of the mantra, even without knowledge of the mantra, how to chant it, Gopakumar got amazing results. Gopakumar understood, this is verse 127, he understood the Diksha Mantra as a sadhana, it's a means to attain Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Chanting of the Gopal Mantra is a way to attain Krishna. By chanting this mantra, by continually chanting Gopal Mantra, Gopakumar observed that his mind was becoming purified. His mind was becoming purified and free of lust, envy, and greed. That's a good deal. Lust, envy, and greed. So he kept on chanting the mantra, and he traveled to Bengal, to Puri, to Swargaloka, Maharloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, and then he returned to Braj. And then we'll continue there. Verse later, all his travels are described. So now after some time he met his guru again. This is also chapter 1. This is verse 189. The Guru said, "My dear boy Gopal Kumar, are you listening? Whatever you desire while chanting Gopal mantra, by the power of this mantra you'll fully achieve it. So what do you want? You want to attain the eternal praying state of Radharani in the groves of Vrindavan and have darshan of your sadhya? Go like this. Gopal mantra will give it to you. My dear boy, whatever you desire, by the power of this mantra, you'll fully achieve it. Indeed, you will attain even more than you desire. Yet, sankalpya bo vatsa. Vatsa means boy, young boy. Nija mantram japiyasi. Whatever your sankalpa, whatever your intention, whatever your wish, whatever your desire, your sankalpa, whatever your sankalpa is, this mantra will fulfill it. How tat prabhavena tat sarvam. Prabhav means influence. Prabhavena sarvam. This mantra has all power, all influence. Vanchatitam setyasi. It will exceed all your greatest desires. Then verse 191. By this mantra's power, you will become an eternal youthful coward boy. Now it says here in verse 191, Etas prabhavena chirajivi bhavanu gopa arba rupas. You become a young gopa boy. In other words, this mantra will give you your sadhya. By the power of this mantra, prabhavena, you'll live a long time. Live a long time, and you always have the form of a coward boy. So you chant your Diksha Mantras, you live a long time. Good deal. Now more. So after he traveled all over these places, again he met the Diksha Guru, and this is chapter 3, that was chapter 1. This is chapter 3 of part 2 of Srimad Bhagavatamrita. He again met his Guru. But the interesting point is, that according to this Srimad Bhagavatamrita, that Gopal Kumar traveled for millions of years. He traveled all over the universe. There's some people say like that, there's some different ideas. But this book presents that he traveled for millions of years. He went all throughout the universe. This is described from verse 1, from page 131 to 454. We're on page 454 of the book. We start at 129, and now we're at 454. So 320 pages describe all his travel and everything he did. So now after millions of years, this is an interesting point. He said, I returned. He said, after millions of years, this is verse number 2 from chapter 3, part 2 of Bhagavatam. I came back. The only thing that stayed the same after millions of years was Mathura district. Mathura Radha looked exactly like it did millions of years ago. And then I, in the very same place where I met my Guru millions of years ago, I met my Guru again. Very important point, because this verse is text 3. Chapter 3, text 3, part 2 of Bhagavatam, proves that the Sadguru is eternal. The relationship between the Shishya and the Guru is Nitya. And the prayer, the Guru Vandanam prayer by Narottam or Sri Guru Charanapada? Narottam says, Chaksu Dhanadilya Jami Jami Prabhu say. Birth after birth, this Guru, my Diksha Guru is my Guru every birth, life after birth. For millions of years. He met his same Diksha Guru after millions of years. I wandered around Vrindavan and looked just like before. I entered the very same grove where I met my spiritual friends. I saw my Guru again. So Krishna directs the Jiva to reunite with his Guru Dev. Jami Jami say, Prabhu say. This is Shastric Praman, prove that your Diksha Guru is eternal relationship. Pretty far out, huh? Now text 5 is very interesting. So I have a comment here with my Gurudev. He said, even if the Gurudev is not a Siddha, it doesn't make much difference. Even if the Guru is not a Siddha, he's not a perfect Siddha Mahatma, who is very rare, and you don't get much association, still you can attain spiritual perfection just by the power of Diksha Mantras. That's what this whole Brihat Bhagavatam is teaching. The power of Diksha Mantras. Do you realize what we have attained by the mercy of Guru Parampara? Something extraordinary. That's what we should realize. Dong, dong, dong. Now verse 5. How does the Guru teach? The Guru teaches this very important verse. My Guru personally taught me this verse. These two verses he personally taught me. Part 2 of Brihat Bhagavatam, chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. How does the Guru teach the disciple he gives Diksha to? You're listening? Snatva Swadata Mantrasya Dhyanadi Vidyam Udishan. This is the keynote. Kinchin Mukena Kinchit Sanket Ava Yavediya. He said, the Guru taught me various rules for worshipping and meditating on a mantra. Dhyan Vidhi. Udisha means instruction. The Guru instructed me Dhyan, how to meditate on a mantra, and the Vidhi, how to chant it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all. And then, how did he teach? Kinchin Mukena. Some instructions he spoke, and others he gave through gestures. Sanket means indication, gestures. Or we say Sanket Kunj. Sanket Kunj means a suggested or appointed meeting place, called Sanket. So Kinchin Mukena, Kinchin Sanket. The Guru gives a mantra. Only the Guru mantra and only Shiksha. The Guru had gone for millions of years. He met the Guru again and got instruction of mantra. Directly by words and indirectly by gestures. So the Guru said, O disciple, I have given you everything you need for spiritual perfection. So I can say this to my disciples, I have given you everything you need for spiritual perfection. Disciples, how? Guru, this is my teacher talk. I gave you the Diksha Mantra, I tell you how to meditate on the mantra and braj. So a few words were direct and the rest is non-verbal. The rest is up to you to discover. So this is text 6. Diksha Mantra has its own power, own independent power, coming from Krishna via the Parampara. Text 6. Jagada cha nijam sarvam idam prashtaya te dadam sarvam itat prabhavena swayam gyasyasi lapsyase. The Guru said, I said in English, this is Sanskrit. Dear Shishya, because you're very dear to me, I give you everything I possess. Adadam sarvam, everything. Prabhavena. But now by the power of this mantra, Diksha Mantra, you will understand and attain everything on your own. So like the mother bird feeds a baby bird, teaches him how to fly, then one day kicks him on the nest, get lost. He flies, bye mom. He takes off. Doesn't see the mother again. He's gone. Finds another bird and starts all over again. Birds and the bees. There's a commentary. I don't know if it's by Snodden or by Gopi Prananda. It's not clear. One should not doubt that the Guru simply by a few words and gestures could teach Gopakumar everything there needs to be known. True spiritual knowledge cannot be achieved merely by collecting information. It can be gained only by the mercy of one's Guru. As the Guru indicates here, by the power of the mantra, the disciple will comprehend and learn everything. Jai Ho. So, what happened to Gopal Kumar? He attained spiritual perfection, attained spiritual body, went to the spiritual world. Lesson text 9. Panchabodhi katitam swadeyam kalyan rave nivedyam mandanam kacham varun lokan vilokadam. I saw my body change into a transcendental body. I got a sadhya. Went to the spiritual world. So that's a nice thing about Gopal Kumar. Slides are too much, just keep sliding around. Just don't let me go for some reason. This is a verse from Hari Bhakti Vilas, 17th Vilas, verse 260. She mad Gopala mancho yam nava kinchita pakshate rin matra strik phalatyeva shrishto hi danano yata. The Gopal mantra does not depend on any kind of sadhana. It bears its fruit, it gets its fruit as soon as one starts chanting. Just like fire burns as soon as one touches it. That's a really nice analogy. Shrishto dahano. Dahano means fire, shrishto means as soon as you touch the fire, it burns. So as soon as you start chanting Gopal mantra, you get power, you get the effect. Nice. Gopal mantra ki jai. And we have something here from John Chandra's Padati. Let's see what he has to say here. John Chandra's Padati. He is a meditation for the Gopal mantra, but usually the Guru, when he gives the Gopal mantra, he is a meditation. But if your Guru didn't give you a meditation, this is a meditation from Gautamiya Tantra. So there's an ancient tantric literature called Gautamiya Tantra. While chanting the Gopal mantra, we should meditate this. Or your Guru told you how to meditate, then forget about this. I worship Govinda, whose beautiful complexion looks like a blossoming blue lotus. He has a moon-like face. He's very fond of wearing peacock feather in his hair. He has a golden line on his hairs on his chest and a splendid kostubamani, which is red in color, by the way. He wears yellow cloth, and Krishna is very handsome. And he's worshipped by the lotus eyes of the gopis. He's surrounded by he loves gopis and gopis. He loves to play his flute. So that's nice. He loves to play his flute. Another thing here. This is from saying Gautamiya Tantra, the fruit of Gopal mantra. It's called Krishna mantra, Gopal mantra. Arnisham Japan mantram, mantri niyata manasa, sapashati nasandeho goparupinam ishram. One who controls his mind and chants Krishna mantra day and night will see the Lord as a Gopa. Will have darshan of Krishna. Not bad. Good deal. So let's read about the Kam Gayatri. The Kam Gayatri is a very special mantra. The Kam Gayatri and Gopal mantra are both mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. These are both Diksha Mantras and Gaudiya Sampradaya. The Gopal mantra is any Vaishnava Sampradaya, most all Vaishnava Sampradayas, they chant the Gopal mantra. 8 syllable, 10 syllable, 18 syllable. And the Gopal mantra is also mentioned in Upanishads and Gopal Tapani Upanishads. So it's an ancient mantra. Upanishads are the most ancient Vedic literature. The whole Upanishad called Gopal Tavani Upanishad talks about Radha Krishna and mentions the mantra there also in the Sanskrit sloka. But the Kam Gayatri is a very special mantra from Tantras, and no other Vaishnava group has chants Kam Gayatri except Gaudiya Vaisnavas. The Embarkes, Vallabhacharya, Radha Vallabha, Hari Vansi, well, no one chants Kam Gayatri. The mantra is an ancient mantra. It comes from Agama Shastra. It's a very ancient mantra, Vedic mantra, but it's been introduced in Gaudiya Sampradaya. It's only for Madhurya Rati, and so people in ISKCON talking about coward by Bob, it doesn't make any sense. Why Prabhupada gave Kam Gayatri? Because Kam Gayatri is for Madhurya Rati for Gopi Bob, nothing else. His worship accommodated, transcendental accommodated is Krishna, Ananga. So if you're interested in Coward Boy Bob, you shouldn't chant Kam Gayatri, that's it. Anyway, so what about this Kam Gayatri? What's going on? Okay? Okay, good. Sakamara Samhita describes the benefit here. By chanting, is a verse here, Etam Panchapadim Japtva Shradya Sukrit. Sadhya, one time chant with faith. Vrindavane Tiradasyam Gachat Yaya Samshaya. Sakamara, whoever chants the Kam Bija theme combined with Kam Gayatri attains prem and goes to Radha Krishna's abode, and he attains eternal service Radha Krishna Vrindavan without a doubt. Nasamshaya. So you chant Kam Gayatri, you attain eternal service Radha Krishna Vrindavan without a doubt. Nasamshaya. Don't doubt it. And also, the Kam Gayatri is mentioned in Sakamara, also in the Agama called Swayambhuva Agama. Agamas are ancient Vedic literatures. It describes the Kam Gayatri is mentioned there word for word. It says, this is the meditation for the Kam Gayatri described in Swayambhuva Agama Shastra. Mukunda is full of ecstasy while he plays on his murli. He roams from kunja to kunja Vrindavan forest. Sounds dangerous. His beautiful body is dressed in charming clothing and he's being embraced by Radharani. Now how do the coward boys fit into this meditation? I don't know. Krishna is wandering in the forest, Murli Dhar is wandering in the forest of Vrindavan, embraced by Radharani Gokul Kunda Kunj. This is the recommended meditation, Kam Gayatri Mantra Dhyan from Swayambhuva Agama. Radharani's love completely conquers Krishna. Jaya Radhe. And Krishna is addicted to swearing with Radharani. Krishna is full of love for Radharani, and sometimes he contracts his eyebrows while smiling, and his handsome face in that way reveals his lustful mood. Da, 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 da. What's going to happen next? It doesn't tell anything more than that. You have to fill in the blanks yourself. So, that's really nice. There's more. Kam Gayatri is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita and Sanatana Shiksha, teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami. Okay, thank you. And we'll look at that. First, in the teachings of Ramananda Roy in Chapter 8 called Ramananda Samvag, Chapter 8 of Madhyan Lila, verse 136. on page 567, which is, I think it's marked here. Oh, yeah. Hello. Okay. Okay, ready? Hello. Madan. That's too much money. Okay. Thank you. Verse 138, Madhya Chapter 8. Chaitanya. This is Ramananda Roy teaching Lord Chaitanya. Vrindavanaya Prakriti Navina Madan Kam Gayatri Kam Bija Yantra Upasana. In Vrindavan, in Africa Vrindavan, Africa means not manifest, in the spiritual world Vrindavan, Krishna is worshipped Navina Madan. Navina Madan means Cupid, Navi means the new, fresh Cupid. He's worshipped by chanting Kam Bija mantra with a spiritual seed cream. Okay, now we're going to turn another page here. It's a beautiful series of 3 verses from Madhya Chapter 21. Lord Chaitanya's personal teachings to Sanatana Goswami about glorifying the Kam Gayatri. The Kam Gayatri is in the Agama Shastra, it's in Hari Bhakti Vilas, it's in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And the Gopal Mantra is in Hari Bhakti Vilas, and also in Radha Kunda and Gopal Tapanipanish. So these verses are describing, because the Kam Gayatri has 24 and a half syllables. Why 24 and a half? Vishnu found out. He wrote a whole book called Mantra Arta Deepika. So let's find out, what are those 24 and a half syllables? Verse 125, chapter 21, Madhya Lila. Kam Gayatri Mantra Rupa, Hare Krishna Sarupa, Sara Chabishakshar Tarahai, Sayakshar Chandrahai, Krishna Kari Udai, Chijagat Kaila Kamamai. Krishna is identical with the Kam Gayatri, which is composed of 24 and a half syllables. These syllables are compared to moons that arise in the form of Krishna. Shija Kala Kamamaya. The 3 worlds are filled with Kam, desire. That's a fact. What are our 3 worlds? It says, Shri Jagat Kamamaya. It means 3 universes, the 3 worlds. 3 worlds means Bhu Bhuva Swa. So what are the 3 worlds of me as an individual? Our physical world, our mental world, our emotional world. They're all full of lust. Our senses are full of lust, our minds are full of lust, and our hearts are full of lust. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So chant the Kam Gayatri, meditate on Navina Madan Sri Krishna ki. Verse 126. Saki Hey. Lord Chaitanya is in Saki Bhav. Krishna is in Radha Bhav. He's saying Saki Hey. Radha on the right. Who's Radha on the right? I mean, no, who's not? Lord Chaitanya is speaking Sanatana Goswami. Who's Sanatana Goswami? Labanga Manji. So he or she is a Saki. So in Radha Bhav, Maharaj says, hey Saki Hey. Hey Saki, listen. Saki Hey. Krishnamukha, Dvita Raja Raj. Krishna Vapu, Simhasane, Vasirajas Shashane, Kari Sange Chandra Samaj. The face of Krishna is the king of all moons. Chandramukhi, Vrindavan Chandra Sham. The body of Krishna is a throne, and the king governs the society of many moons. So one moon is Krishna's face. So we have 23 and a half moons to go. Right? Text 127. Dui Gandhi Shuchikana, Jinimani Sandarpana, Say Dui Purna Chandra Jani, Lalate Ashtamani Indu, Tate Chandana Bindu, Say Purna Chandra Mani. Krishna has two cheeks, glowing like gems. Both are full moons. Full moon 1, full moon 2. So that's 3 full moons. And his forehead is considered half moon. Because the sign of beauty is to have a forehead that's not shaped like a bulldozer. Most Western people, men and women, have bulldozer foreheads. Very high foreheads, means a lot of frontal lobe, which means no artistic sense, no emotions. Anyway. I got it. Oh, okay. So as far as shaped like a half moon, no, it's like this. That's considered a sign of beauty of women. So don't look in the mirror tonight, girls. There's also a sign of beauty of men, so men don't look in the mirror. The forehead should be like this, like this. You know. In India, I see many women with foreheads like that. Sorry to say, for our Western friends. A lot of bulldozers out there. What to say. So as far as half moon, so now we have, how many moons we have? Yeah. We have 1 face moon, 2 cheek moons. Tilak is 1 moon also. The farthest half, I didn't finish the verse. Ek Purna Chandramani, Chandana Bindu. He has a dot on his forehead. This dot is called a full moon. The forehead is half moon and full moon. So keep track of your mathematics. 2 cheek moons, 1 face moon, 1 tilak moon. How many is that?
4.
And forehead moon.
4.5.
Now there's 20 missing.
10 fingernails, 10 toes.
10 toes and 10 fingernails. 20. So how many does that make altogether?
24.5.
Yeah! Very good. Text 128, this last one. Karanaka Chandrahata Vamshi Upara Karinata Tarakita Muralira Tana Paranaka Chandragan Talikarinartan Nupara Dwani Jaragan. Krishna's fingernails are full moons. They dance on the flute in his hands. The song is the melody of the flute. The toenails are full moons. They dance on the ground. Their song is a jingle with ankle bells. Kangai Shri Jaya. That's chapter 21, Madhya, text 125, 6, 7, and 8. Describes the 24 and 1/2 moons on Krishna's body. And that's all brought to you by the Kangai tree. So chant the Kangai tree and see those moons in your meditation. What? Jai Shri Ram? Jai Shri Sham. Okay. They see what they see in Vrindavan. If you have calm, you can't have sham. If you have sham, you have no calm. Right? You heard this one before? You have calm, you can't have sham. You have sham, you can't have calm. Shama Sham ki jai. Kangashi ki, Gopal mantra ki. So I hope everyone has a deeper appreciation of these mantras, the immense power of these mantras, and increase your gratitude and for your Gurudevs and for your mantras received therefrom. Any questions? What time is it? That's the main question. I think it's 5 to 6.
9 minutes past 6.
9 past 6. Overtime, double pay. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Sham. Okay, good night. That's all.
Madan Gopal Babaji ki jai.